Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it's showtime. Hi guys. 5 years ago today, I started streaming. And I started streaming with this game. I would think part of the reason I started streaming was the return of this game. But tonight I will at least initially be playing this character who is perhaps my spirit animal. You can see by the name up above. Like me, he's an old fart. Hey Vorp, how you doing? Welcome back. Ladies and gentlemen, 5 years ago, he was here. I think. Certainly very soon thereafter. And he's my one and only mod. A round of applause. He's been putting up with me for years. Thank you, Vorp. Let's see. Stop Nocturne's escape. Well, that sounds like a good idea. I'm going to stop Nocturne's escape. Was there for the very first stream? Yeah, I thought so too. I'm pretty sure. And tonight, my character, at least I'm playing initially, there he is. The Vengeful Old Fart. Vengeful's just a title. He's just the old fart. My battle cry is "Get off my lawn," and the character description is "Mind your own damn business, punk. You kids today, no consideration for your elders. Why, if I was your age again, I'd whoop the tar out of you. Butt out, kid." Thank you. And he is super strength, I think. Yeah, super strength and regeneration character. I need to go to Fault Line, and I think that's Steel Canyon. And I know I picked the wrong exit, so I'll have to do this again. I have prepared adult leisure beverages for myself. Okay, one, but there will be more. Did I get? I was wrong. Oop. A little over anxious with my super jump. How about Skyway City South? Still not drinking, but drinking in spirit. I do see what you did there. Hello, Shaun of the Dead. And good evening to you. Welcome. Fault line is there. I'm correct. I got it right on the second guess. I'm going to make a shameful admission. I've not seen it. I've not seen Shaun of the Dead. I can feel the contempt oozing from both of you. Enjoy the humor, very British. Well, as we have established, thanks to mostly to Monty Python anyway, I definitely do enjoy my British humor. Not seen this game before? Well, it came out in 2004, about 7 months before WoW and EverQuest 2 did. Pretty good year, though. EverQuest 2, WoW, and City of Heroes. City of Heroes is now available as an officially licensed private server run non-profit for the players. It is an old school game, so it has some old school mechanics and gameplay mechanisms in it. That's not surprising. But there are a lot of different ways to build a character. And you can play a superhero or a supervillain, and and they've added content, even though it's a private server. Added additional superhero archetypes, additional power sets. Basically, I think they've done a really good job administering it. If you find it interesting at all, it is entirely free. Just do a Google or DuckDuckGo for City of Heroes Homecoming. They have, I think, 5 servers, 4 in North America and 1 in EU. And just, I don't know, maybe 4 months ago, NCSoft and they came to an agreement. And now they're an officially licensed fan server. I missed it. And it is my second most streamed game. My most streamed game is Guild Wars 2, and that's about a third of my streams are Guild Wars 2 streams. 600 or 700 of them. And I have over 200 streams that I've done on City of Heroes. It's the game I started my first stream with 5 years ago today, and it's not all nostalgia. There's still really, really good game here. But of course, part of it's nostalgia as well. There's no doubt about that. And this character, despite being quite literally an old fart, because he is the vengeful old fart. Really, his name is the old fart. He is a super strength regeneration character. Basically, your character will have one primary and one secondary power set. So, his primary is super strength, and his secondary is regeneration. I think he is a bruiser archetype. Brute, not bruiser, brute. I don't have the secondary XP buff going. I need to do something about that. Pardon me, sir. And we are currently fighting minions of Arachnos, sort of the arch-villain supergroup. Nod Nods, thank you very much for the 5-year congrats. I appreciate that. I'm glad you could at least pop in. I'm on one of my superheroes. I'm on the old fart. No, I do not feel evil with this guy. This guy is a hero. You can make villains. Not only can you make villains and heroes, you can also create characters in the alternate universe, and they can be side with the good guys or side with the bad guys, and do it either in evil or good methods for both. So that's kind of 4 alignments there, as well as the regular 2. This one's a hero. There he is, the old fart. I decided that was an appropriate character for me to play this evening. Took me a while to decide what I was going to play. But at least for starters, I thought we'd begin with the old fart. One interesting thing about this game that you won't see in any, or very many, modern MMOs, there are no auto attacks in this game. Not that way. Not that way. Does it not loop back? It does loop back the way we came. Did I take a wrong turn? Perhaps, perhaps not. The game systems are, some of them certainly would feel dated. But the core gameplay still holds up. Even after almost, oh, it might be 20 years by now. I think it's 20 years. I think it was like May of 2004. I have to defeat Nocturne and destroy the escape craft. Well, we haven't gotten to Nocturne or the escape craft yet. There's a guy up there with psionic powers attacking me from afar. We can't have that, now can we? I hope she's learned her lesson. Don't mess with an angry old fart. Okay. Now we exit here and go into the map where Nocturne awaits. On a submarine, if memory serves. There's the sub. But that is not the way. Note, if you're a regular around here, you've probably seen me curse invisible walls. This is a visible wall. I don't dislike visible walls anywhere near as much as I dislike invisible walls. Hi. Yeah, sometimes I'm so strong I end up bouncing the mobs around. I'm sure they don't mind. At least they never complain about it. There is actually a brand new superhero game. I'm not sure if it's in release or early access today, called Capes, which has sort of looks like sort of an X-Files, a XCOM type game system. It has mixed reviews early, but it's only been out a few hours, so I'm not sure as to how accurate that actually is. Knockback and knockup is something you see devs shying away from as a form of CC. Knockback, definitely. Knockup and knockdown, not as much. Knockback tends to bring in issues, in some cases, with vertical design and problems like that. Knockup, you don't see much. Knockdown, you can see a fair amount. But knockup, you don't see a whole lot anymore either. And there is Nocturne. And it's my job to beat the crap out of her. And I take my job seriously. I'm going to play it safe and make sure that these ones don't join the fight while we're in the middle. It's Fat Buddy. Resubscribing. For a ridiculous 55 months. As always, Fat Body, thank you very, very much. One question, where were you for those first 5 months I was streaming? Just kidding. Thank you very, very much. For those who aren't aware, Fat Body has subscribed 55 freaking months out of the 60 I've been streaming. Thank you very, very much, Fat Body. It's very visually appealing to fling around ragdolled enemies with a haymaker. Yeah, the ragdoll physics here are entertaining. They're not always accurate. Thank you, Fat Body. And welcome, as always. To Fat Body, everyone who's been putting up with me for almost 6 years now. Of course, Vorp has been putting up with me for longer than that, but then he's a touch touched, you know? Let's go. We got surprises for... What we got? Stop deflecting my attacks. It's just no fair. Alright, we beat her. Now we'll just beat this guy, because... There we go. And now we'll destroy the escape craft, having beaten the living crap out of her. The escape craft. Not bad, not bad at all. Now, note, she was a lieutenant. The escape craft, is that not it? Destroy the escape craft. Where do I destroy the escape craft? I thought that was it. Is that it? Nope, that's not it. That's it. Oh, there was another sub. It's so easy to get your submarines confused, you know? And yes, I am now beating up a submarine with my bare hands. Bum. Victory is mine. I never would have thought of the correlation between something like Street Fighter. But yeah, I suppose if you're doing the melee stuff, there is a certain relationship, similarities. Never much for fighting games. Partially because I was always really, genuinely bad at them. Oh, do I have a contact for that? I do. Jim Temblor. Old Fart, you got it! Did you watch it? Basically, it's a video that talks about how his dad got killed and blamed for stuff. Between fights, you smash cars and other inanimate... I have seen that, now that you mention it, yeah. In the single-player campaign. A new contact, Penelope Yin. I need to go back to Atlas Park. Super jump. The best movement ability in any game ever. And then what did they do? The madmen on this server added double jump to super jump. You know, the only thing that ever came close to super jump was double jump. And now it's got both. It's not fair. The rest of the games are just slacking. Imagine not having double jump or super jump in 2024. Unbelievable. We need to come over here and talk with her about her wares. We need to go to the temporary powers, the buffs. Not the buffs, the experience boosters. There we are. And give me 3 hours of double XP. Thanks, babe. You're the bee's knees. Let's see. I should probably buy a couple of nice enhancements for myself. I'm not 17 yet, am I? I want to wait until I'm 17. Boy, that sounded like a flashback to a song by Winger. God, I Am Old. If you don't know, don't look it up. Just trust me, okay? Talk to the Hero Corps field analyst. Oh, is this the one where I have to work with Grim and the idiot gets himself killed on the first batch of mobs and then I have to solo the rest of it? I think so. Yep, Steel Canyon. It's right in the middle of town, so south should do. Steel Canyon south. I hope everyone's weekend is kicking ass. And I probably won't be streaming longer than 3 hours tonight, because if I close it up at 8 p.m. my time, I get to watch Dune 2, which I haven't seen. As you're still on the land, you must answer yes. How goes 7 days? Is the crafting bit worth the rest of it, or is it just the friends making it all worth the while? Won the Blood Knight. Excellent. I know Vorp has played it. Vorp's played it a lot. When I was talking about friends who've been playing in the past, Vorp would be one of those. Alright, and here is Grim, and Grim probably doesn't make it out of the first fight. Grim is still fighting, and Grim is still alive, everyone. But he's going to go over and he's going to fight the Altar of Pain, and when it blows up, it's probably going to kill him, so I'm going to try to beat it first. Dune 2 was horrible. Never should have wasted time watching it 3 more times. Oh, yeah. That's a terrible burden on you. Mostly due to the base design and you finding Moonshine that added 600% melee and 600 HP, soloed 90% of the mob. Yeah, a 7 times or 6 times multiplier, well, plus 600, so a 7 times multiplier for your melee damage does seem like that would be pretty good, and a whole bunch of hit points, obviously good. I will tell you, having watched Dune 1, I've not seen Dune 2 yet, but every science fiction and fantasy novel I ever wanted made into a movie, please, everyone, talk to Denis Villeneuve. He is freaking amazing. Blade Runner 2, I had some issues with them using the movie as the base for the sequel. I understand why, but I felt it would have been better if they'd gone with the director's cut as the base. But I do understand why they didn't. And given that one little caveat, I felt that Denis Villeneuve just did an absolutely masterful freaking job. Oh dear. I'll beat this one up. Go away, Grim. You'll just get yourself disabled again. Alright, I I got damaged. He did not. Good. Am I actually going to keep Grim alive for this for the first time? I've done this thing probably half a dozen, maybe a dozen times, and I don't think Grim has ever survived before. But then I'm just wading in here. Throw myself a couple of buffs. I heard, get out of the fire, dumbass. That's me. I'm talking to myself. I have no idea if any of you are dumbasses, but I wasn't talking to you specifically. Unlike, say, Grim, who is standing in the fire because he's a dumbass. Hey, he got out of the fire. Way to figure it out, Grim. Oh, he's over half health. I'll do this, Grim. My regeneration is more than enough to keep up with all of the damage I'm taking here. Fools, you're too late to stop me. You have merely weakened my mortal form. I assure you that even in this state, I'm more than capable of whatever. Consuming your soul. Come, mortals, face me if you dare. I'm pretty sure we dare. Also, he's really loud, or has access to the public address system, because he's upstairs. Well, we got a couple of dinks down here, and then the big guy's upstairs. Give me a sec here to get my cooldowns back. So everything is available when we go into... his name is Adros the Hateful. Dude, don't be a hater. I two-shot him. Well, he may be hateful, but he's also just not very strong. Actually, the girlfriends from hell, which were the mobs downstairs that I was charging in for, were tougher than him. Adros the Hateful. Yawn. And I never even turned off my super jump. Oops. I wasn't even burning through my energy. I leveled up. Nifty. His hate was not strong enough. Evil Emperor chant. Well, perhaps somehow Adros the Hateful will come back too. If Palpatine could do it, Adros can do it. I'm a little singed, otherwise fine. Not a problem. Thanks, I'll keep it in mind. I'm awesome. Thank you. Yes, I am. Alright, we hit 17. I was going to run off, but I don't have to run off because there's a trainer right here. Hi, Valkyrie. Not the Valkyrie from the Marvel movies. This is an entirely different Valkyrie. Because it's named after the Norse mythos character. Supposedly, the servants of Odin, they would take the souls of the valiant warriors off to Valhalla. Theoretically, most of what we know about the Norse religion is made up by later Christian sources. I will train to a new level of power. Let's see. Hand clap's not bad, but I'm not that impressed with it. Quick recovery. Don't need it right now. Integration. Knockback, disorient. Yeah, the CCs. How about one there and one there? That ought to do. And I do need to actually head back to Atlas Park for the vendor, because now that I've hit level 17, I can buy level 20s enhancements. Enhancements, not male enhancement. Get your mind out of the gutter, guys. Enhancements can be used plus or minus 3 levels. Although, as a self-titled old fart, the character, not me, obviously, maybe some enhancement might be helpful in other ways, too, if you know what I mean. Back to Atlas Park. Or AP, as we know it. Us grognards, which was at least originally a with friends like these. Yeah, I'm aware. Leave that. It's an old board wargaming term. Grognard being an old guy, and specifically it comes from the Napoleonic era, where the old soldiers were called grognards. The sort of allusion being old men sitting around a table drinking. Skull. All right. Enhancements. So I've got accuracy enhancements. Still working here. Let's see, I could use 3 accuracy and 1 that doesn't even work. Which also means bowl in Swedish. That makes sense. Why settle for a cup when you can have a bowl? I totally buy that. 1, 2, 3 yellows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 reds. 3 yellows and 5 reds. See if I've got enough to buy 3 yellows and 5 reds. Should. We'll sell those. And the reds, yeah, we should be fine. Excellent. We'll now slot these up. And what they do is they enhance our skills. These increase our accuracy, because you can miss in this game. Unlike most modern MMOs, which don't allow characters to miss, you can miss in this game. And an untimely miss is bad. Unsurprisingly. The hand clap doesn't do much damage yet, so we'll stick with these. And just so you know, these increase the attack damage by 20% each. So a not insignificant chunk. And who doesn't like chunks? That was a strange sentence. And the old fart will now head back to Steel Canyon. I think it's north, but I'm not sure. Indeed it is. And I need to take a sec to refill my cup. Did you miss me? Try a laser sight next time. I have to investigate the clockwork. Now, the clockwork are, well, sort of robots, except they seem to have some method of communication, but have no radio frequency senders or receivers, and they seem to have some sort of hive mind, and there's like kind of one in charge. Yes, it is the usual beverage in the glass. It is ice cubes, vanilla vodka, splash of cream, A&W Diet Root Beer. Right, that's an auto. Okay, those two are both autos, right. So, a couple of my defensive powers are always on. The only one that isn't is I have a heal, and then this is a bunch of resists. Rescue no mind. Ah, yes. Hi. These are not regular. Clockwork. These are the clockwork from the mirror universe, because there's a mirror universe, because it's comic books. Of course there's a mirror universe. And in the mirror universe, they're not a sort of a chaotic mechanical threat. Instead, they're kind of the police. They're under the control of the Emperor. Oh, those kind of clockwork? Yeah, they're from the mirror universe. Hi there, Dismantler, Mender. We want to take out the Mender first, because anyone who's ever played any kind of MMO or anything knows you always take out the healer first. See, in this universe, Marcus Cole became statesman, sort of a Superman-alike character. But in the mirror universe, the war against Hamadon, a sort of extra-dimensional creature, went badly, and to save the world, he became Emperor Cole, became a tyrant, and actually did save the world. Without him, they would have been destroyed. But now his administration, his rule is sort of becoming more and more corrupt and evil as they go. As a healer, main in PvP, I can attest that, cheap buggers. Absolutely. Well, and I'm sure your team did the exact same thing. Let's just call them Clockwork. What do you mean? Let's go. I now have a temporary sidekick. By the way, sidekicking in this game, you may have heard me railing against level scaling in the past, and I still feel that way. City of Heroes level scaling makes sense, because what it is you scale to your teammate. You can be Robin to someone else's Batman, and if they're level 20 and you're level 10, your skills get elevated as if you were level 20. And it can work the other way. You can level yourself down to, as Batman, down to Robin's level, so you can do Robin's missions with him for equal difficulty. Yep, sidekicking and mentoring is a really good system. I have no objection to level scaling when it is in the game as a foundational element, here and in Guild Wars 2. But I don't like the system in ESO or WoW. You with me? No mind, by the way. He wonders about how he can do any harm. He does a lot of damage. Also, I am an enormous fan of the sound effect that comes with kung fu kicks. I don't think we need to fight them. So we won't. Hi, guys. That... Yeah, he's just terrible at this, isn't he? Finish him, will you, please? You missed. You missed twice. Come on, man, you're making me look bad. I talk you up and then you whiff and whiff. I need you to do better, to be better. I don't think we need to do anything there either. However, in here, we do. In here, we clean the place out. Who doesn't like one-popping enemy boss or enemy mobs, gotta say. Finish him off. Come on, this time for sure. You missed again, dude. Come on, man. You're embarrassing me in front of my friends. Ah, the mender healed him, but it was too late. The guy was already DOA. Although, if you're a robot, can you be DOA? I'm not sure how that works, really. I missed. You can't have me missing. A builder. I think he can summon additional bots, so... That was a Hulk-like clap attack. Just a couple more, I gotta say. Character's feeling very beefy. Alright, we got 3 clickies we need to find, and they're just conveniently located right here. And then mobs spawn on the way out, too. The thrumming sound you hear is how you know there's a clicky in the area. An extraordinarily helpful thing in a game like this. You know, there's something you've got to find or click or pick up. And fortunately, they actually give you an aural, A-U-R-A-L, sonic clue. It's a really nice system. Because without it, oh my god, it would be brutal. I just did an entire loop. How'd you like that? Pretty good, huh? Yeah, that was dumb. Yeah, that was not optimal. Hi, guys. Hey, he didn't die. Where'd my little friend go? Hey, no mind. Where'd you go? Little help. I don't need him. I don't need anybody. I can see them coming. Come on. Alright, one-shot him. Now here comes No Mind. A little bit late, but a little bit late is better than not showing up at all. 1 to go. I think there were a total of 3 ambushes. I have earned a badge. The badge I earned is the Marauder badge. And we have successfully completed the mission. Because we're heroes. As in City of. Delicious. We will contact Twin Shot. Blah, 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 blah. Investigate the box of costume parts. If memory serves, this one has a rather appalling stereotype of a gay male man who works in the fashion industry. So I will go through it really quickly. Oh, no. That look, it's so ancient. Yeah, you can see. It was 20 years ago, guys. Anytime, darling. Anytime. Yeah. Things were different 20 years ago. I'm sure that comes as a surprise to you. It's not like it's like absolutely appalling stereotype, but it's pretty much the standard stereotype you would have expected 20 years ago. Oh, no music for Blind Square. I missed the jazzy guitar riffs. Man. Investigate the gadget receipts. Is this the one that is at the Cook's store? Which is a riff on Fry's? Nope, not yet. I think after this we go to Fry's, though. Yeah, this is the detectives, right? That's right. There's a detective here who is... I'm spoiling it for you. He's moonlighting as a superhero in his off hours, which is against the rules. Okay, the transmitter tag, I think, takes us to a electronics store called Cook's, which Cryptic, the studio who made, well, they made City of Heroes, they made Champions Online, they made Star Trek Online, they made Neverwinter Online, and that company is sadly going away as all of those games are being transferred to DECA, D-E-C-A, as part of the fallout from the Embracer Group clusterfuck. But they're located here in the South Bay of Silicon Valley. And there wasn't a store named Cook's Electronics, but there is a store called Fry's Electronics that is, well, famous anywhere in the West because they were a chain that was everywhere, but especially in Silicon Valley, they were ubiquitous. There were, I don't know, a dozen of them in Silicon Valley. Big, monstrous stores where, in one case, it was literally true that in the store that's nearest to me that was designed to look like an Aztec temple because every different store had a different design theme. There was a single aisle where on one side you had memory chips and on the other side you had potato chips. It was literally, I could reach out with my left hand and pick up an edge-type D-triggered flip-flop, and my right hand could grab some nachos. She's been selling stuff off the books that she wasn't supposed to. Yeah, also a different time. Well, Fry's was around, if you're assuming you're referring to them. Fry's was around until about 4 or 5 years ago, I think. Basically, they got I'm not sure if they got murdered by the internet. At a certain point, they changed their business to be consignment based, and that killed the company. Famously, when you left the store, they would ask for your receipt and they would check the items in your bag against the receipt. But what they weren't really doing was checking to make sure that you weren't stealing. They were checking to make sure that you had been correctly rung up, as they had an enormous amount of loss that was due to their price checkers, the cashiers, not charging for everything for their friends. So their friends would bring up a dozen items, they'd get charged for 10, walk out with the bag and the receipt. So it was less a case of they didn't trust their customers as they didn't trust their employees. Fry's was a Silicon Valley institution, and that can be both a institution as in like an institution of higher learning or as in a mental institution. Both would apply. All right, twin shot, blah, blah, blah. I have to go to Manticore's base. He is sort of our financial advisor and mentor of this group that I am sadly a member of. Everyone else in the group is insane or not very good at their job. This is an NPC storyline that was added later in the game to teach some of the inherent game mechanics, like the existence of the auction house and stuff like that. And we are off to Manticore's mansion. Manticore is like Batman if Bruce Wayne had pulled a Tony Stark and said, I am Batman. He's a superhero and multi-billionaire. And this is his computer where we find out that we have a couple possible traitors in the organization. One of whom's a narcissist, Flambeau, who wants to be the center of attention, and if she doesn't get it, she might turn to vigilantism or villainy. And the other is Twin Shot, who has connections to the mirror universe, and there's problems. Whoops, something is happening. Mirror universe bots. He's not dead yet. Is. It's basically a bait and switch. We're meant to think that Twin Shot is a traitor. She's not. Which is kind of too bad because he's really annoying. I complain about being able to one-shot mobs, even if they're one level lower than me. Shot it in. It's nice being able to wade through mobs, you know? Just gives a nice feeling of awesomeness. You might hear a barking in the background. That would be some activity in the shared courtyard. Waded through them. No problem. Easy peasy. Not bad for the vengeful old fart. Delicious. Confer with Grim about the attack. I have a sneeze coming. Hold on. And no brains from the sneeze. Look. Gotta be careful. You get to my age, you could sneeze your brains right out. Little known fact. It was a very nice day today here in the Silicon Valley. I don't know, the high was like 75 or 77. So for you Celsians, that would be 24 or 25. Very nice day. And welcome to the University of Steel Canyon. Possibly Paragon City U? I'm not sure. Hi, Grim. Twin shot. It looks like she's a traitor. What are we going to do? Stuff. We're going to do stuff. Okay, and we've got to speak with Grim again. Hi, Grim. How you doing? Long time no see. All right. We are now off to King's Row and the Shining Stars base, where we think we're going to confront Twin Shot, but she's not the traitor. Had 29 and crammed 4 powerful gaming PCs into a small space, and boy, are we happy the AC. Otherwise, we'd probably be dead. Yeah, I figured 29C. 29 Fahrenheit, you'd be huddled up for warmth around the computers. For those of you who don't do Celsius, 30 degrees would be 86, so 29 would be 84. It's math. You take the Celsius and you multiply times 5 and divide by... divide by 5 and multiply times 9 and add 32. Simple, right? Divide by 5, multiply times 9, and add 32. Come on, I mean, what more do you want? Now, my only problem with Celsius is that that's not the system Celsius came up with. Celsius originally defined his degrees as, yes, 0 and 100 were, boiling and freezing, but he had 0 was boiling and 100 was freezing. What the fuck kind of scale is that? So, I actually think we should go back. That was the Technophobe badge for beating up, I'm going to assume, the alternate universe Clockworks. So I really think we should call it Centigrade, the way we used to call it. Because it's not Celsius, because Celsius had it running the other way. She hates robots because she can't impress them. Yes, that's certainly possible with her. She's all about impressing people and being famous and stuff. She's also a blithering idiot. Don't know if there's a correlation there necessarily, but in her case... I missed. My heaviest hitter missed. I feel shame. On the other hand, the Hulk equivalent clap attack worked pretty well as far as the knockback went. Oh, I still have super jump going. So there's this whole long series of quests. Actually, 2 decently long series. And this is the final quest in them. And will certainly put me well over level 18. Probably halfway to 19. That's just so nice. Single popping a mob. Invading clockwork. Another butt kicked. The mobs are in my way. Before the big denouement. You can tell that's an important word because it's important. Basically, somehow, the mirror universe bad guys have gotten to Proton, one of the heroes, and convinced him that he's from another universe, and it's complicated. And so there's a series of quests on the hero side, which is the end of, and it has a series of quests on the villain side. And the heroes are here, and the villains you end up competing against on the villain side are all over there. So both tutorials, they're not really tutorials, more sort of advanced tutorials. Both of them have the same characters involved, which is kind of neat. And so Proton is talking about stuff that they've messed with his melon man. Over there we've got Zane and Maelstrom and Arya and Riptide. As soon as we start here, once everyone is done monologuing at each other, they're still yapping. I'm sorry, Twin Shot, old fart. Everyone, I'm sorry it had to end this. Give myself a heal. Bop Riptide out of the fight. Very nice. Proton. And we've defeated evil once again. You're confused, Proton. You need help. I do not need... it's pointless even trying to... At this point. I'll never understand why you can believe in a world where the supernatural is commonplace, where time travel's been documented, and you still refuse to believe that I could come from a different time. You seem smarter than that, old fart. Proton, these people from another dimension. Pretoria, that's a fact. I don't know what you're saying. Old fart, I don't understand. I had a life there. I have memories. I remember meeting Maelstrom when I was a teenager. What you're telling me, it's like you're trying to convince me that I'm not me. They messed with your melon, bro. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's sad, really, when a superhero has his melon messed with. That's the level up. Level 18. And I have to go back to Atlas Park anyway to actually finish the quest out by talking with Twin Shot. And that will give me like half a level. Something like that. Lots of XPs. And this is why we're superheroes. Not for the fame, the fortune, or the hot chicks. Okay, yeah, the hot chicks is certainly, yeah, that's a plus. It's for the XPs. Hey, don't make fun of old fart for that. Some women like old men. Or so I've heard. I am now lucked into the ceiling twice. Twin shot. Yep. No, I really was expecting more XP from that. Well, we got a bunch of reward merits. And we're now level 18. Which means a new skill. Ms. Liberty. Teach me your ways. Alright. Taunt. Not interested in taunt. Taunt is useful in multiplayer settings. Playing with other people requires actually interacting with other people, you know? Rage. A rage comes over you. Sometimes I just get so angry. Sending you into berserker fury while raging. Your damage and chance to hit is dramatically increased. However, when your rage subsides, you're left with reduced defense, drained of some of your endurance, and your attacks are substantially weakened. Okay. Maybe eventually hurl. We eventually will get access to hurl. I assume that's an extremely superpowered throwing up. And eventually we get foot stomp. This totally, with a hand clap and a foot stomp, totally, and a rage. It is in no way similar to a particular green superhero. Because that would just be incredible. Dull pain. Using ancient techniques, you make yourself more resilient to pain. Well, in the words of Dalton, the world-class cooler from the original Roadhouse, pain don't hurt. Thank you. Able to take more damage when defeated. And when you activate this power, you'll increase your maximum hit points for a couple of minutes. I mean, I'm not having any problem right now, but that does seem pretty good. So I'm going to get it. And I now have it. There we are. And did we get any enhancements? We got some enhancements. Are any of them worth using? No, not really. So we'll sell them. All right, and missions. We have no missions. Let's see. Kong Bao. Isn't that a chicken recipe? Pavel Garnier. Penelope Yin or Tom Bowden. Let's see what Tom Bowden has got for us. He's in Steel Canyon. What a philosopher he was. What did I say? You're obviously responding to something I said, but I don't remember what. That's pretty standard for me, for those of you who are new. My mouth operates on its... Oh, Dalton. Yes, he was an excellent, excellent philosopher. My mouth operates on its own CPU. So my brain has minimal oversight of the things that come out of my mouth sometimes. So I may say something, and it's not at all unusual for someone to respond to something I have said, and I have no idea what the hell they're talking about, and I have to ask them. You just saw that right there. If memory serves, at least in the original, he was like a philosophy major in college. Degree in philosophy. I know in the new one, where he is played by the Prince of Persia himself, Jake Gyllenhaal, he is a former MMA fighter, something like that. Ask about available missions. Find Officer Bill Hudson. Okay, well, I'll find him. He's in Boomtown. Don't suppose Boomtown. Boomtown is there. Okay, good. Now, we're off to Boomtown. Used to be the part of the city called Bounton. Drastic career change. Well, it's the remake. And let's face it, if your remake of a not very good movie that has a lot of really good lines has to bring in Conor McGregor as the bad guy, it's not really what I would call a movie. The remake is just utterly boring. It wouldn't surprise me. I mean, with stunt casting like Conor McGregor, they're not counting on making a witty or interesting movie. They just want to try and bring people in because they've got Conor McGregor. I am a vast and enormous anti-fan of stunt casting in movies. It's an act of sheer and utter desperation. TV, too. For instance, I think there was one of the Star Wars shows that had Jack Black and Lizzo as characters sitting next to one another. And, you know, that just makes me not even want to look up and see which show it was, because that's how terrible it is. Defeat the kidnapper and his guards in Boomtown. Well, yeah, McGregor is, well, he's an awful human being in the first place, but yes, he has less acting experience than I do. At least I did public speaking. I need to AFK for just a sec as my cup runneth under again. I'll be right back. And I'm back. And I remembered to turn off the AFK. Alright, the lost must not be allowed to take the law into their own hands. Only I am allowed to take the law into my own hands. Now, the Lost have certain lieutenant mobs that are pretty awesome. And there's one of them. Right there. So he gets the big wind up and kaboom. Old fart smash! Yeah. Let us combine those into a luck, I think. I've forgotten you can do that. Hi guys, how you doing? Oh, you're not doing so good, dude. Oh, I missed. I've got these new bad guys I'm fighting and I miss. It's just a little embarrassing, that's all it's like. Defeat the kidnapper and his guards. It's a big map. Let's see if we can avoid... Oh, well, we got a big guy here. Alright. Inspirations are full again. That's fine. Yep, this direction. Hope you other fellas don't mind that I'm not beating you up too. It's just, you know, I'm on the clock. Oh, this goes down. We'll go down. All right, we got a guy laying down over there. I don't know what these people are eating and drinking, but the sewer, that's quite a color of green. We are still headed in the right direction. And it is not going to come out of these clothes. This is going to have to be dry cleaned. The guys are still sort of wobbly from that big clap attack. Now, he's not wobbly, he's wobbled. Because weebles wobble, but they don't fall down. Man, am I old. Where are you going, you jerk? Uh-oh. Alright, at least the anathema isn't involved yet. That would be bad, pulling the bossy mob. And a whole bunch of friends would be contraindicated. Right, there's the officer. Alright, we've got aggroed. I missed. That wasn't great. those really, really big swords, they suck. We have to defeat all his guards, which presumably is all of the mobs in this room. Generally, that's the way it works out. The mobs that are immediate around him and all the others in the room, usually. That was a nice solid hit. I like that. No, he's... Because it almost works like a turn sequenced game in that even though the guy was already in the air from me basically death but like not blowing him, hitting him with like a death blow. His hit still went off and hit me successfully. This may be the last of them. Indeed it is. Ba-ba-da-bum, bum. I've got to go back to Steel Canyon then to turn it in. Is it that direction? It was. There we are. Let's see. Options, key mapping, game return. There we go. Apply those. Most MMOs have, you can hit escape to close the windows. And I had complained on stream that this one doesn't. And I would give good money to make escape close windows, and someone pointed out there is in fact a command. You can't assign escape to it, but what I did was just assign it to the middle mouse button, click, to close windows. It's such a great, enormous quality of life because the other alternative is clicking on the little close button, and given the fact that this was designed 20 years ago, it wasn't quite ready for these game resolutions, and so managing to click on the tiny little close window button is a lot harder than just hitting the middle mouse button. As I said, it is an old school game, but the core gameplay loop is still very, very satisfying. And I'd give good money for a City Heroes 2. But sadly, it probably wouldn't, measure up in any reasonable way. One need only look at what's happened with Kerbal Space Program 2 to see what happens with sequels these days. Bow now, now, now. This is the jazzy guitar I referred to earlier. I'll get introduced to a new contact. Let's see, Karen Parker. Oh, a Karen. The Tsu and the Council. I don't mind beating up the Council. I hate the Tsu. And the other is the Trolls and the Clockwork. They're not as bad. We'll go with that. Still not sleepy? You'll treat yourself to some strawberry and elderflower sorbet. That sounds really freaking refreshing, especially if it's been a hot day, and for you it has. Any available missions? Let's see. Get over to Skyway City and down a few of the Lost, or get over to the location you have marked and free those students from the Clockwork. Sure, let's... Back to King's Row we go. And we'll free some students from the Clockwork. Presumably the regular Clockwork, not the Mirror Universe Clockwork. Sure. ground traffic to Atlas Park instead of the monorail for a change. Sure, I'm okay with that. Swedish summer is weird as we're going to have days with 8C next week. Well, let's see, 10C would be 2, would be 50, so that's 46 for us Fahrenheiters. Oh, Kings Row. And yet here I am in Atlas Park because those aren't the same thing. Oops. Kings Row, please. Half a mile on. I'm trapped between a cardboard box and a fence. I got free because, after all, I am a superhero. Granted, an old fart superhero, but still a superhero. Technically, the old fart superhero. Coming to get you. Right. Let's see. I don't have this quite set up right. There we go. Oh, I messed that up somehow. None of the above is normal in any way. Not as bonkers our last winter. We went from 39, minus 39. I believe minus 40 something is the same at both. So minus 39 is in the ballpark of minus 39 Fahrenheit as well. To plus 3 within 24 hours for certain places. Well, that's global climate change. You're just going to get more weird shit. That's the best description. You're just going to get more weird shit. Yeah, and like I said, I think yesterday, why am I not attacking? Why am I not attacking? That's why I'm not attacking. Last June, we didn't have an average temperature until the month was 1 day short of over. Every day was below average for the entire month until the next to the last day. You're just going to get, you're going to get warmer winters, you're going to get hotter summers, you're going to get colder summers and colder winters. We've got 4 students that we have to have free. Hurricanes from year to year, you might have fewer, you might have more, you might have mild ones, you might have incredibly powerful ones. It's just going to be chaos. Let's see. Yellow difficulty. Cannon. All right, missing twice in a row. Not cool, man. Not cool. Pardon my making lip smacky noises in your ears. I have got too many friends. This is going unpleasantly right now. I'm going to go ahead Give myself a little reconstruction action. And dull some pain. Nice knockback. And it also should boggle their minds. Whatever reason, most of my fights, the mobs I've been fighting have been one level lower than me, as I set that as the default. But everything in here has been at least one level, at least on par with my level. So these are regular mobs, and the white name means that they are the same level as me. Yellow is an on-level lieutenant, or tougher mob, or an on-level, sorry, a +1 level mob. Maybe what I did to deserve an entire map filled with everything my level. I'm going to double check or double adjust and make sure that that isn't the case going forward, as it's manageable. You can do on-level stuff without a problem, but it's a lot slower, or at least often is a lot slower. Alright, that's 2 students freed. Thanks for the save, old fart. I can make it out from here. Get off of my lawn. That was nice, minimal number of swings. Yeah, we got another student here. I'm writing my next heroic studies paper about this. Thanks, dude. Also, get off of my lawn. Thank you. And I got the aggro. My mistake. I screwed that up. How about I just clap you both? In this case, a literal clap, not a metaphorical clap. And I've drawn another friend. I just make friends everywhere I go. I'm one of those people who's got the knack for it. Him. Missing one more student. Doesn't look like he's over there, but it's not very well lit, so I can't really tell. Probably back here. Maybe took a different turn. Probably back there. That is the last student. Kaboom. Earth-shattering kaboom. Mission complete. Ba-ba-da-ba-ba. I missed. Turn on the super jump. Exit. Another mission complete. Your hero, the vengeful old fart. Tom Bowden. Apparently, those PCU students felt pretty inspired by the rescue old fart. I checked in with them and their families, and it looks like they've decided to continue helping the recycling drive, even after all that's happened. Well, it's one of the things about being a hero, like me. You can inspire people. Manny's Trophy. This one is back in Atlas Park. There. Oh, that's already facing exactly the right direction. Boing. Boing. Very close to level 19. And boing. Back to AP. Feel the power flow within me. It's powerful power. God, super jumping. It's just such a fun skill. Oh, that's not what I wanted. I mean, I think flying is a lot more useful. Tactically, at least. What server do I play on? I normally play on Everlasting, but because they currently, I think, still have the XP bonus on Indomitable, I am playing on Indomitable at present. That was a big wind-up for a whiff. So I currently have got like 15 characters on Indomitable that I've moved over from Everlasting, and I have about 50 characters on Everlasting. I'm not well in the head. That's not news to anyone who's been around here for a while. We have a box. I doubt this has got the trophy we're looking for. But no, if I don't try to find out, it will be the box that has the trophy we're looking for. It doesn't have them. Might still have. But I have a couple of characters on all of the Homecoming servers. Is there another box over here? There is. Pardon me, sir. Sir? Oh, I'm sorry. That is level 19. Where'd the other guy go? We're looking for a track trophy. And I missed. Big wind-up, and I missed. As I've mentioned before, unlike most modern MMOs, this is a game you can miss in. There was a time, most MMOs, you could miss. And so, interesting, watching some of the the really great PoE players have been playing WoW's classic Cataclysm launch. They've been raiding. And hearing them talk about their stats that they want on their stuff. And they're all, okay, well, first hit. Once you're hit capped, then you go to crit and haste, or something like that. But they all say first, well, first, it's the crit. And man, do I remember that from WoW. The first stat you need capped is crit, so that you don't miss anymore. But they got rid of that years ago. Back in WoW Classic. And it's important in City of Heroes. My highest level character in the original game was a dark defender. Dark skills have a really nice side effect. You hit people with dark skills and it debuffs their accuracy, which makes it a lot easier for you to survive a whole bunch of badness if the guys mostly miss you. A palpable hit. Classical Shakespearean reference. Something's visiting him. I didn't even see you there. I'm sorry. I didn't finish you off. Now I feel. I'm over it. Manny's trophy. Do we have his trophy yet? Wind up. Kaboom! Oh, he has a friend. His friend is napping now, too. Manny's trophy? Not yet. Manny's trophy? No, not yet with these guys. All right. Manny's trophy? Hear the thrumming, so there's no more clickies that direction. Hi. Him and goodbye to him. That is a follow from Braddock. I have but one little spiel I have, and here it comes. Welcome to my humble little stream of misfunction, malfunction, dysfunction, and frequently complete and total unfunction. You're most welcome indeed, and thank you very, very much for the follow. Good evening. To your health. Okay, we're looking for Manny's trophy. Alright, he's taken care of. He's taken care of. Try to make sure everyone is equally served, and he's taken care of. Manny's trophy. Please? Nope. We are still looking for Manny's trophy. I hear thrumming, more thrumming. Might be above. Yeah, it might be above. I think it is. No, oh, it's not above. It's right there. Is it Manny's trophy? Drum roll, please. Nope. Oh, I'm going to bet steampunk here is the problem. But sadly, he's going to break up into a whole bunch of little robots who are really annoying. And I don't have a decent AE, because that doesn't do damage. It mostly just knocks them back. And Daisy's them, because they're like wandering around now all confused. Because evidently, if you hit a robot hard enough, it's confused. Today I learned. Alright, Manny's. Gotta be. Manny's trophy. You're at the very end of all things. Manny's trophy? Manny's trophy. Bump-da-bump, bump! It's just nice to have music when you complete a quest. You know, something a little heroic. Unless you're playing a villain, in which case something a little villainous. Alright, back to home base. A little more training with Ms. Liberty. She doesn't say much, but I think she's kind of into me. Which, you know, being an old fart. Being the old fart. Totally understandable. Badge earned. The Rookie Badge. Found an Exploration Badge. Level 19. Pardon me. Yeah. Disoriented knockback. So the accuracy, obviously, we need. There, probably. Away I go. Contact. Hi, Tom. No, I don't want to go to Skyway City and take down the loss. What do I got? We're done with Tom. Pavel Garnier? The little known, he's the owner of Garnier Fructose, the shampoo. Yeah, he makes that. We're off to Skyway City, seems like. North or south? I'm going to guess south. And while we're going, I am AFK for a sec as my cup runneth under. as I threatened. I'm back. Alright. Ah, right. We need to talk to him. Yep. Oop. Fortunately, I can jump off of water. You know, not much compressibility in water, and if you hit it hard enough, it's like hitting concrete. Old fart. He doesn't have anything for me. That's disappointing. I come all this way and he doesn't have anything for me. Wow, what a jerk. Where the hell am I? Did I go to the wrong place? I didn't mean to go to Independence Port. How the hell did I click on that? I'm not that drunk. Yet. Well, I clicked on it. Unless one of you guys snuck in here and sent me off to some other place, I'm going to blame you guys. Because that's entirely credible. I was trying to hit Skyway City South. I probably hit the IP button, which is right below it. Let's check my working theory. Yeah, that was it. Alright. Let's come bow. I thought I was in for Jake. Because Jake's closer. Not much closer. I'm not sure what Kong Bao is doing here. I mean, he's should have a pretty good gig making money from the licensing fee for the Gung Bao chicken, because that shit's great. Badge earned. I received a tip. And I'm not even a moil. That's a Jewish joke, and I'm not even Jewish. Alright. Seriously? Dude? I've heard of you, old fart. Well, everyone's heard of an old fart. What's he got? Clockwork. Wave Scrambler. Can you break up the Trolls Contest of Strength? We'll test the Wave Scrambler against... Let's see, that's Brawl. That's the Wave Scrambler. Defeat 15 Clockworks. Well, I think there were a couple of them right down here. Hi. See if I get credit or if I have to use the oscillator on them. I get credit, I just have to find them and beat the snot out of them, and that'll be fine. Hi. And the oscillator doesn't always hit, guys. However, I have fists. How much is it when it hits a small one? A little one? For 400 and something damage, yeah, that's gonna leave a mark. Just need to find a few more, as in 9 more, clockwork. Mostly they come out at night. Mostly you find them on building tops. Oh look, it's another one. Hi. Yeah, like say down there. He's a Cannon Knight, so he's bigger than the average, but we'll see how he likes the Scrambler. He likes it when I miss. windup, and the swing. Deep drive, deep left field. It's going, it's going. Dead Clockwork. Mostly you can find clockworks on building tops or occasionally in alleys. Wow, I keep missing. Bigger guys. I wonder if that's a random chance or design. Say, this thing's pretty good against the clockwork. I think I'm going to do this mission in good time because they're going down like clockwork. I will, however, skip the Assembler Prince as he is a boss of my level. And so even with the big... No, I'm going to try to hit him with the big shooty thing. I can't resist. I have to try. You had hit him for 219 points. Oh, he hits really freaking hard, though. And he's going to burst into little annoying goobers. Little gears, but... Oh, I have a scrambler. They weren't ready for that. Back to Jake Montoya. Dude, this works really well, actually. Most of the time they give you temporary power, like you hit him with it and it makes them angry and bigger. That wave scrambler worked well. Maybe we really found a good weapon for dealing with the clockwork. Yes, I would agree. Karen Parker. Oh, it's Karen. Karen. The Tsu and the Council. I don't mind beating up the Council. They're Nazis. Not like neo-Nazis. They're Nazis. But the Tsu? I really don't like the Tsu. Another available mission for me? Could I get a clockwork power source for you to study? Will you recover that clockwork power source? There's two of them going on. Your best clockwork source tells me the clockwork have developed a new miniaturized power source. We've got two different quests for the same thing. We'll go with the Mind of a King, as that is a storyline quest. I have to defeat 15 more clockwork. Whap, whap. But I don't have the clockwork shooty device anymore. That was awesome. I liked that. Are not just where I find them, they're making independent attacks on me. And I'm starting to take it personally. Sure, I beat up a lot of them, but it's my job. You know, I'm a hero. That's what we do. Whoop, 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 whoop. Those are lost. I need 10 more clockworks. That is a loss. Those look like, yep. The Take that. More of them. Like I said, looking for clockworks generally. Building tops. And to a lesser degree, alleys between buildings. Scanning. Scanning for more. Oh. Ignominious miss. One more for that guy. One more crock work. And there we go. Hi. Again, and again, but not that time. Mission complete. And we'll just head back to Jake Montoya because, you know, that last clockwork, he seemed like a nice fellow. I wanted to cut him a break. Jake. Mind of a king. Defeat Bolts and his minions in Skyway City. Not at all an urban hellscape, Skyway City, you know? Oh, wait. Exactly, an urban hellscape. Huge, mostly empty freeways. Lots of soulless business buildings, office buildings. Tenement-style housing. I've wondered for a long time about the clockwork's mysterious power source. Now that the answer seems near, there'll be no slowing me down. Well, I am an old fart after all. Technically not an old fart. Technically the old fart. I need to defeat Bolts and his minions, so presumably Bolts is going to be upstairs, more than likely. By upstairs, I mean in the next floor. And there's the elevator. Whoop, 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 whoop. I do love the sound effects. Just like the martial art kick sound is just a great piece of sound engineering. We're looking for Bolt and his minions. For Bolt in all the wrong places so far. Thanks for an entertaining stream. I'm tired, try and get to sleep. Good night. Have a good anniversary. I'm having a good one so far. You have a great night, Thanks for hanging out. Get some sleep. Alright. No bolt up here. Sad to say. Bolt. Well, let's just go ahead and throw a little insight in here. Make sure we know. Now, bolt, as I pointed out before, can bust out into a bunch of little jerks around. Now, sadly, that doesn't do any damage. It's just a knockback and disorient. There we go. We take care of Bolt and Friends. And out we go. Jake. Thanks to Clockwork Broadcasting Unit may help us figure out how the Clockwork powers his minions. Clockwork King powers his minions. What do we got? I'm really stumped by the broadcasting unit found. Scanning a signal. I need you to go into the sewers and recover the device. Yeah, nothing says City of Heroes. Or a great many MMOs. Quite like, okay, we need you to go into the sewers and... So this will probably push me to level 20. I'll train up a new skill, and then I'll probably be calling it an evening then. Let me preemptively thank all of you for hanging out on my 5th anniversary stream. I've been doing this for 5 years. No, now that you mention it, it's not actually a slam dunk that I'm not ill in the head. But I am appreciative of everyone who has ever tuned in to this dumbass stream. Alright, sewer. Sewers are great. Always fun. You know, if you don't mind the smell of urine and excrement. You're on vomitus. Not too big a map this time. Hi, Cog. Wait, this guy wasn't moited by the first hit? I am shocked, stunned, and surprised. All at once. Oh. I've got sewage in my shoe now. Oh, that is an A-bomb. Oh, lovely. We've got freaking Vasilok in here. If you're not familiar with the Vasilok, Dr. Vasilok is, in essence, a Dr. Frankenstein-alike. More or less. And they are amongst the tougher mobs in the lower level game. As you can't tell by the way the guy's inflicting an enormous amount of damage on you. Jerk. I hate the boss. Most particularly the particular variety of them that will puke on you. And I mentioned vomitus a minute ago, and I wasn't even talking about them. Not only does it hit pretty hard, but it also has a damage over time effect. that actively sucks. And not in a good way. What do we got? Got more Vasilok over there. Multiple Vaz up there. I thought this was supposed to be freaking clockwork. Defeat all villains. Oh, fuck me. I am so unhappy at this. I hate defeat all missions. With an absolute raging fucking hatred. And as an old school game, sadly, City of Heroes has a fair number of them. There's nothing that shows more of a paucity of interesting game design than kill all missions. It says defeat all, locate the broadcasting source. We'll do the broadcasting source first and then we'll fight our way out. The hell? That doesn't look like a broadcasting device. That looks like a barrel of probable nastiness. Oh. Okay, that's the device. Okay, one of them is an embalmed abomination. They're awful because they explode. Hey, that's nice. That'll speed things up. I've got to kill everything, so I've got to make sure that there's nothing else in here. And there it is. I really hate kill all missions. It's just the worst, laziest game design in the world. Oh, another one. I didn't finish you off. I'm sorry. I feel rude now. Going on to somebody else before I even had the good grace to re-kill you. I'm really sorry. I'll try not to do that again to you. Oh wait, you're dead. I won't do it again to you. The A-bombs, they spit. They vomit on when it's close. But the embalmed ones are carrying around explosives and they blow themselves up. And they hit really freaking hard. Over there. More mobs in here, yes. He's going to be bombed. A-bomb. But he won't be blowing up. Oh, more. I think we've cleared out this room. Well, but I tell you, I can't. I will stop whining about kill all missions, but man, I hate them so much. I hate them so much. playing a bunch of City of Heroes. One of the things that eventually drove me away was missions that just had non-stop, nothing but killing the same batches of mobs over and over and over again. It's just really tedious and not fun. And unfortunately, that happens more often as you level up. So it's one of the reasons why all my characters are relatively low level. There we go. Ba-ba-da-bam, bam. New contact. Polly Cooper. Sky Raiders and the Lost. Not nuts about either of those. Did you have another mission for me? I will accept it. But right now, I'm going to head back to Atlas Park. Trying to grab my... right away. And having hit level 20, I am going to call it an evening. I'm going to train up, and then I will sign off. I'll not be back tomorrow. I will be back, I expect, on Monday. But I will be enjoying the fruits of my labors for the rest of the evening, and probably be a little bit feeling the effects tomorrow. But I want to thank all of you for hanging out with me on my 5th Stream-a-versary. And again, thank you all for keeping me interested in streaming for 5 years. Train to a new level of power, please. Level 20. Raid resilience is more resilient. That's another always on. Allows you to build up resistance to disorientation. Effects you tend not to get disoriented if you do. Wears off quickly. Resistance to disorientation gets stronger as you go up in level. Also grants some resistance to all types of damage. Well, I'm not having any problem keeping my damage up, so I'm gonna make myself a defensive beast, so to speak. Mercedes Sheldon has contacted me. That's right. At level 20, you can start doing the quests for the Midnighters, I do believe. I have earned the Cowlin Legacy of Earth badge, and the Collector badge, and the Button Man badge, Button Man Gunner badge, and the Keeper of the Peace badge. Lots of badges. Who says we don't need no stinking badges? And the crowd goes wild. I'm going to park myself over here. You get a buff, depending on where you log out, that'll last for a certain length of time after you log out. So it makes sense in this game to pick a place, and this is the entrance to the base, the supergroup base. But I'm going to call it here. Again, I want to thank all of you guys for hanging out with me. 5 years of streaming. 5 years ago, started with City of Heroes. 5 years now. A little bit more City of Heroes. I should be back in 2 days on Sunday. Hopefully you'll see me soon. I hope the rest of your Saturday night kicks ass. I hope your Sunday is great as well. I'm back in 2 days. Hopefully you'll see me soon. Have a great night tonight. Take care. And ciao. Again, guys, thanks for hanging out. See you next time. Bye ya.